Hello tacticians, in this video we're looking at Tarvakh's quest and how I have achieved maximum points. As always, thank you to everyone who supports the channel, whether it's through subscribing or using my friend code, as it really does help me out. And also, just remember, every 1,000 subs gets us a new community code for character shards, so make sure you hit that sub button. Anyway, I'm sure you've either skipped on already or you want to get on with the actual walkthrough, so here we go. Common 1 starts us off with taking no damage, and we're not allowed any psychers, and we have to do it all in one turn. So you need people who can do multiple attacks, like Angrax with his active, and Malladus with his normal attack or active. Then Tarvakh can just finish off the last one. Common 2 is again take no damage, and again you need someone who's got multiple hits in their attack to attack these two, because you really want to lower the number of enemies in that swarm. Then we can move Tarvakh forward and use his sweep attack to kill these two. We got a flea on that last one. Then all Archimatos needs to do is summon around here. Now, these guys are just here to act as a distraction, as you can see. They do that very nicely indeed, and, well, we could have moved everyone on our last turn to finish them off. Common 3 is really one for the summoners, and I'd bring in as many as you can. You can take a little bit of a shuffle forward to get a bit closer, and then let them come to you. Now the idea here is put Abraxas in this little ditch and summon in as many of his summons as you can. Then with Archimatos we can summon in around this fella, killing off one of them, which is a bit of a shame, but as it stands I think we'll probably move Angrax here and we'll follow up. We could have possibly gone up, but let's see how this works out. So as you can see, they'll focus on the summons, and then all that we need to do is mop up whatever is left. Tarvakh goes here, kills. Angrax can kill here. Harkin can kill here. Uncommon 1 means we can't use anyone with ranged attacks, and you can either use Nauseous Rotbone or I'm going to be using Rask here. So we'll move on to the power up with Tarvakh and use his Murderous Swing to kill these two. I'm going to put Harkin in the long grass because I know Rask can kill this one. Now if you're using Nauseous, they'll probably have to reverse it and hope for, I think you need a crit here. But as you can see, Rask, his shield caters for that one shot and Harkin can just go up and kill. If you're using Rotbone, you'd heal and then go kill. Tarvakh kills the one here. End your turn. Another shot. Tarvakh still above his maximum health, and he kills off the last Barbgaunt for maximum points. Uncommon 2 means no flamers, which means you can't use any shields, and quite a few of the Thousand Suns are not allowed to be used either. So we're going to start off with Tarvakh, killing these two. And we're going to summon our bloodletters around the one at the top. These are going to distract the enemy later. We're going to start by just hitting him and following up with Harkin to kill him off. Now you'll see all of these will target the bloodletters. And from this point on, we just mop everyone up. Uncommon 3 means we can't use any summons, and that is a bit of a shame because it does mean you are going to need to have Rotbone. There's just too many enemies here to deal without it. So we're going to move up. We're not going to actually go into combat with him just yet because what we want is for Angrax, Nauseous and Rask to move up. Rask will give shield to all these three and should be able to kill this one, doubling up their shields. Harkin should be able to kill this guy off, and then it's the enemy's turn. Now they're going to come along and do a bunch of damage, which we should live through quite happily. And you can see that Tarvakh is taunted here, but if you heal him, it gets rid of the taunt. Harkin can try, nearly Harkin, and kill this one off. And whilst it'd be great to not pick this up, I think the best thing to do is actually to go forward and use Tarvakh's sweep attack to, well, do a bunch of damage. Rask can go up and give them both shields, and Angrax can go and give him a bit of a tap. Now, as you can see, we're still in a great position. Harkin's got a little bit of damage on him, but nothing that he can't cope with. In fact, we can actually send Nauseous that way to heal him up if we so wished, but we're not going to do that. We're going to move Nauseous to where Tarvakh is. But before we do that, we'll move Angrax up Tarvakh will move across to kill him. Wasn't expecting the kill there, to be honest. And, well, we'll do nothing here. And we'll heal him up. Now all that's left is do your big heal to heal everyone up, and Tarvakh should be able to finish off the last one. Rare 1 means no one with heavy round ammo, and also nobody in Terminator armor. If you've got Corodius, this is very simple. Run Tarvakh up here and use his murderous swing. Archimatos comes down here and summons in a bunch of bloodletters. Then the enemy can have their turn, and in your following turn, the last the enemy will just die. So what if you don't have Corodius? Well, it starts off the same. Move Archimatos down here, but instead of charging up there with Tarvakh, just stay here and they'll come to you. Now I've got Mesa here, but Harken can do in a pinch. You'll just need to get lucky on the crit. And you can just finish them off like that. Rare 2 restricts us to having a maximum of 2 hits. So with Tarvakh, we're going to run up here to kill this one. And with Archimatos, we're going to summon around here. Now, I've got Yazagor, but Abraxas is a better choice, and if you don't have him either, Azkor will work as well, and we'll just kill him. Now, the summons kill our bloodletters. We've got 1 left, so we want to make sure that when Archimatos goes in, we summon another one from this one. So let's shoot this one first. Archimatos can go in to kill and summon. If you're lucky, you might even flee, and we'll just give this a little bit of a tap. Now that will target the summons, and all that we need to do is finish off the last one. Rare 3 is back to take no damage, and the best way of doing these is to use your summoners, Abraxas and Archimatos. As you can see, all the summons do is do a load of damage. We can even get an additional summon here, and we can even go in and hit this fella. All that's going to happen is they'll target the summons and then die. So if you don't have Abraxas and you've got time to have a little bit of luck, you can actually send Harken in to kill this one. You saw there was a couple of crits there. Then you can use Murderous Swing here to do some damage. And finally you can summon in a lot of bloodletters to finish that one off. Now this does require a bit of luck, but it is possible. Rare 4 disallows the use of power weapons, and this is one you are going to need Yazagor and Abraxas for. So move Yazagor here and switch places with Abraxas. And then, although it's tempting to move Abraxas over here, you actually want to move him in here and summon in your Pink Horror. The reason for this is because these guys focus on the summons first, Abraxas is actually safe. Then we'll kill this one off. And, well, where are we going to move him? We're just going to move him here. So look, they all target the summons. The summons then do the hard job for us. So Tarvakh can kill one. Not quite kill that one, and we'll just move up. Now we've got another turn left, so the summons finish them off. For Rare 5, we're not allowed any eviscerating damage, and again, because of the numbers that are involved here, it really is a case of Yazagor and Abraxas. So just do the usual, put Abraxas in a great position and summon in the troops. They will pretty much kill everything around them, and there is a chance that Neurothrope, when it hits one of the 2 summons, it could spill on to Abraxas. If that happens, you can either try again or just move on. Now, you saw the summons getting completely hammered. We'll attack the Neurothrope and make sure it dies, and have the one final turn to finish it off. Epic 1 means you can't use anyone with psychic damage, and I'm going to be using Volk here and step up onto the high ground. Don't attack yet. Move forward with Rask. There's one lot of shields, and kill for another lot. You can then use a Volk's Frenzied Firing to kill these 2, and please note I do have Volk's active at 30 here. The tempting thing is to run up and kill this one with Tarvakh. Do not do that. If you do that, the remaining 2 will attack Tarvakh and get through your shields, so let them have a turn. Then, now, you can kill the barbed gaunt with Tarvakh. Rask will step onto the barbed wire to kill this one, and Volk can step up onto the high ground to kill the last one. So if you don't have Volk, you can do pretty much the same with Corodius. Just step him up and move forward with Rask. By all means, summon in your Poxwalkers at this point, because if one does appear next to Rask, then he'll obviously get a shield. The downside is you might end up killing the one next to Rask with the Poxwalker, so that is up to you. Then you can step up and kill the Tarvakh. Now, your Poxwalkers are targeted, and finish them off will be very simple. Epic 2 restricts the use of summons, and I think this is one way you are going to need a healer, because quite frankly, there's a lot of enemies and not enough of you to kill them all. With that said, I've brought in Rask as well to give a shield where a shield is useful, and we'll start by doing just that. They're going to run towards us, and we can take the odd hit because of that initial shield. Now, as you can see, the second one goes through, and we're going to have to heal Yazagor. Now, there isn't really a great place to put Tarvakh to use his murderous swing, so we'll just kill these two, and Yazagor can kill off the other barbed gaunt. Finally, I'm going to put Rask up to here to do that. Oh, I was expecting to get a shield on there, but never mind. So let's continue. Let's kill the one in the middle, hoping for a flea. We didn't get it. And we'll kill one here. And even Nauseous can kill one because of the high ground. And ooh, it's a bit of a risk if I take it because he is still low on health. So we'll skip this turn. Let's see who needs to be healed. Those two. Heal them up and kill off the last one. Epic 3 means you're restricted to a maximum of 3 hits, which means you can't bring in Rask for those shields or Nauseous Rockbone for the heals. So you do need to rely on Abraxas to do the heavy lifting with all of his summons, which they can quite handily do. Use Yazagor to switch places, and I mean, it doesn't really matter who you use, whether it's Archimatos or Thormachus. Might as well summon in some bloodletters. And it looks like we're going to have to... Oh no, finished it off for us. And we'll just move forward with Thormachus. Now, that could be absolutely anyone. I'm going to move Tarvakh up, ready for his next turn to hopefully do a decent amount of damage up here. But as you can see, our summons make very short work of all the enemy. Tarvakh can then use his active ability to kill off Death Leaper. And finally, the Legendary, where we can't use anyone who can fly. As always, if you have the Legendaries yourself, such as Khan, bring them in and replace someone like Angrax. It will make things a lot easier. Now, I think we're going to put Abraxas in and use his summons here. And we're going to make sure one more appears just by attacking like that. And let's do this. Let's see what happens. He moves up. Okay. That's not too bad. He used the pushback and only got one swarm to come in, which is great because if we heal up Tarvakh, we should be able to kill the parasite, which is always good. We can kill that and summon in another bloodletter. And Abraxas can kill this one. Now we'll just do some damage to these two, not quite dead yet, but we need to be in control. We don't want too many summons on the battlefield in those closing quarters because we need to make sure we can heal everyone up. As it stands, we're in pretty good position, so let's move Tarvakh down to kill there, and we've got a flea. Now we've got 2 more left on the battlefield, and who needs healing? So Nauseous is down, as is Archimatos. We can certainly heal everyone up and kill off this one, meaning there's only one left, which means only one of our guys can get injured. So we may as well do some damage. I don't think this pink horror is going to do anything. Oh, and we managed to kill him, so great. If you like these videos, then it would be much appreciated if you at least think about using my friend code, as it really does help me out. Or if you or your guilds are looking for a new home, please reach out to any of the guilds shown, as we'll always welcome new people into our midst. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the battlefield.